Hello everyone! This video is to teach you how to use our POS software. Right now we're offering a huge discount. It's only 199 yuan per year. And if you make your purchase now, basically the rest of this year is free because our subscription starts from January 1 next year. So if you pay for our POS software now in June, for our POS software, basically from June to December, it's all free for you. The official subscription only starts in January next year. Alright, so now we've basically arrived at this POS system. With this POS, there are two ways you can log in. The first way is through your mobile phone, and the second way is through your telephone. So both your mobile phone and telephone can be used to log in. So now what I'm going to demonstrate for you is how to use the mobile phone method. So as you can see, what I've basically done is add this to our home screen, which is the home screen of the mobile phone. In a moment, I'll show you how to add it. First, you tap on it, and you'll see that you've arrived at our page. Then you tap on the three dots. When you see three dots at the top right corner, you'll find an option here called Add to Home Screen. Tap on Add to Home Screen. Then you can set this as Finworld e-Invoice. After that, just tap Add, and it will appear on your home screen. Alright, so now when you arrive at this page, basically you'll see the names of different companies. So this means that if you have more than one company, you can use the same email to log in. Logging in is very simple. You don't need to worry about only being able to log in from one computer, because for our system, you don't have to be tied to a specific computer to log in. It's just like Facebook. Wherever you are, whatever phone or device you're using, you can log in. Alright, so now let me give you an example. For instance, if I use this Day 1 Amos Lifestyle Sandbox, when I click into it, you'll first arrive at an e-learning page. Then I select Workplace here, and I click on Point of Sales, which is my POS. After that, you can choose between store mode or mini mode. If you select store mode, that's for when you have a barcode scanner and want to add your products, so you would choose store mode. As for mini mode, that's for situations where you don't have any products. For example, when I go to a chicken rice stall to eat, they'll usually just take a look and say, oh, this is $12. And then they'll directly enter $12 just like that. They don't need to specify like, oh, you ordered one rice with 2 dishes or a soup or anything like that. There's no need for any product description. In this case, you can just use mini mode. In a moment, I'll explain to you one by one the differences between store mode and mini mode. So between these two, one has products and the other doesn't. But the advantage of both is that we will directly submit your receipts, the receipts you generate every month as consolidated e-invoices to LHDN. So this is what makes our system extremely convenient. Let me start by explaining this mini mode to you. But as you can see, basically when you get to this point and press start, you'll notice that some of the buttons here are already squeezed together. So on your phone, you need to go to the top right corner, tap the three dots, and select desktop site. Once you check that, you'll be able to access this page. You'll see that everything here is no longer bunched together. Alright, that's how it works. For example, let's say someone comes to buy chicken rice from me for $12. I just enter $12 here directly. Then press enter here, and you'll see the first sale item appears as $12. It won't specify whether it's rice, noodles, or vegetables. But if you use store mode, which is another mode I'll share with you in a moment, you can directly specify, for example, I want 1 rice, I want 2 dishes, I want 1 soup, and so on. Alright, so after I press it, if you suddenly have something else to add, for example, if they want to add another dish for $20, then you just press enter here again. You'll see that the first sale item here is $12 and the second sale item is $20. So you can see that my grand total here is $32. Once everything is confirmed, you just press checkout. After checking out, there are several payment methods here. This allows you to record whether your customer is paying with cash, touch and go, do it now, Visa, MasterCard, or even Amex. For example, if I choose cash, I just click complete here, After completing it, you can see this is your customer's order. You can see your customer's order totals 12 ringgit plus 30 ringgit, which is 32 ringgit in total. Here you can see there's no tax because our company currently doesn't have SSD. It's a sandbox, so there's no tax. But if you have SSD or if you need to add any service tax, you just need to set it up once in the settings, and after that the tax will be automatically included. Alright, so you can see there's a QR code here, right? This QR code is actually for your customers to scan. After they scan it, they can apply for their own e-invoice, so you only need to issue the receipt to them. And if your customer hasn't converted it into an e-invoice by the 5th of the following month, all these receipts will be consolidated into a single e-invoice, and we will submit it to LHDN for you. So here, once the customer has confirmed that there are no issues with the receipt, you have a few options below. The first option is, if your printer is connected your receipt printer, you can just click print receipt, which is this yellow print receipt button. So if your customer says, can you send the email to me? No problem. You can click send email, or you can also choose send WhatsApp. If you choose send WhatsApp, just enter their phone number to start with a 6. You can also provide them with a keyboard so they can enter their phone number themselves. For example, if I tap my phone, then I press send. And you can choose, for example, WhatsApp. I select it and it will send directly to my customer. That's it. Okay. So after you're done, it's very simple. Just press close and it will take you back to the home page. When you have your next order, just press start again and you can repeat the mini mode we just did. Alright, next I'll teach you how to use the store mode. For store mode, you tap store mode here and you'll see this area turn gray, then you just press start. Alright, so when you press start, let me explain a bit. For store mode, there are a few different methods. The first is UPC input, and the second is package input. As for UPC input, it's for when your product has a barcode. You just need to get a scanner, scan your barcode, and after scanning here, the product will automatically appear next to it. But if you don't have a barcode, that's fine too. You just select package input. With package input, you can choose, for example, I select this half roasted goose, then you just press add here. Then you can see that an image will appear here, allowing you to confirm that this is the item you purchased. Of course, some people ask, hey, can I enter the number myself? Yes, you can. For example, if I remember the number on the back of my product is something like 51, you just enter it, then press, and then select add. That works too, and it will add another one. But if you don't want to enter the number, for example, if you remember that it's a whole chicken whole, WHOLI will also show up. So you just press add here as well, and it will appear as the third item. The difference between this and the previous one is that, as you can see, in the previous mini mode, everything here was a sale item. But here, you can see that my first item is half a duck, the second is a quarter duck, and the third is a whole duck. All of these are listed here. Then, for example, if I want 2 whole ducks, I just press the plus button here to increase the quantity. It will actually update here, and you can see the number next to it for your reference, showing you exactly how many units you currently have in your order. If, for example, you don't want to increase the quantity by pressing the plus button, and instead you want to directly enter 20 here, then you need to use the UPD button next to it. UPD stands for update. So you need to press the update button here, and then you'll see that the quantity here becomes 20. And if you don't want it, you can press reset here, and it will go back to 1. Then, if you press update, again, you'll see that the 20 I just entered will change back to 1. Okay, great. So there are no major issues. All the orders have been recorded. Now we just click checkout. And again, we have different payment methods here. If your customer is using Touch and Go or an e-wallet, you can just select e-wallet or Touch and Go here, and that's it. Then you just click complete here, and you'll be able to see your order right here. After this order is printed out, there will also be a QR code at the bottom, so your customer can scan the QR code and enter their information. Alright, after this, there are a few ways you can send the receipt to your customer. The first way is to print out the receipt directly. The second way is to send it to them by email. The third way is to send it to them via WhatsApp. So once you're done, you just need to click Closes. If you send it to the customer, they will see a link, and when they click on it, he will be directed to this page. First, he will see the original receipt displayed at the top. Then, secondly, as you can see below, there is an e-invoice request section. If he needs to request an e-invoice, he just needs to fill in his information below and submit the e-invoice request. Our system will automatically submit the e-invoice for him, and he will be able to receive the e-invoice. If he doesn't take this action, all of our receipts will be consolidated. Currently, in the market, many customers shave already filled out e-invoices, and then they have to search through thousands of orders to see which ones have e-invoices and which ones don't. As a result, the accounting or admin staff have to sort them every day. But we don't need to do that. Our system will automatically sort it for you. If your customer has submitted to the e-invoice the total amount that was supposed to be consolidated, for example, 100,000 if your total sales for the whole month are 100,000. For those customers who need to submit an e-invoice, if all the customers who have already submitted e-invoices total 10,000, then you have 90,000 left. We will directly help you consolidate these 90,000 into a consolidated e-invoice. The system will calculate it automatically. So you don't have to take the full 100,000, then manually pick out those 10,000 worth of invoices and then submit the consolidated invoice one by one yourself. There's no need for that anymore. Everything will be handled directly by our Finworld POS system for you. This way, you just continue issuing invoices to your customers as usual, just like you're doing now. You don't need to collect any IC, name, address, or any other information from them. All you need to do is issue the receipt to them as usual, and we'll take care of the rest. We'll directly handle the e-invoice for your customers. If they can process it, great. If not, it will be turned into a consolidated e-invoice. How does that sound? Sounds good. So, as I just mentioned, our product now costs only $199 per year, and this is a $199 for mini mode and another $199 for store mode. No, it's not like that. You can use both of these. And both of them are just $199. Sometimes you might use store mode, but other times when you want things to be faster and the customer doesn't mind, like if they don't insist on having every item listed out saying, I want you to itemize this for me. I have 2 bowls of rice, 1 cup of water. If the customer doesn't have such requirements, you can just use mini mode directly. This way, you can let our system handle everything for you and help you solve these issues. Okay? Alright, so that's all for our Finworld POS. Basically, if you have any questions, when you log into our Finworld e-invoice, we actually have e-learning available. You don't have to worry about your employees not knowing how to use it. In fact, we have both Mandarin e-learning and English e-learning available. So when your employees first join, or if you hire new staff, you can simply have them go straight to our e-learning platform. After watching all the tutorials, they'll know how to use everything. Alright, that's the end of today's sharing and tutorial. Thank you, everyone.